Hello, you smooth, hairless Titan crotches. So smooth, so silky, so shiny. Jim Sterling here, and this is Attack on Titan. It is a game that people like. Well, I like it anyway. I'm not actually sure what the reception is. I've not really read any of the early reviews or seen what people are saying about it. I'm enjoying it. I know that much. It is, as I described on Twitter this morning, very chaotic, very messy, but fun. One of those kinds of, I have no idea what the fuck's going on, but I'm having a laugh, so it doesn't matter that much type of experiences. Basically, if you've ever seen the anime, it's that. Big, naked people with nothing between them. They're like Action Man smooth bumps, but they got arses. Running around eating normal-sized people, and that's bad. So there are these other people who are basically like little Spider-Man soldiers with anime hair, and they whip around the city going vup, 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 and then they cut the Titans' legs off, and then they slice them in the back of the neck, and that kills them. That's where they die, if you get them in the back of the neck, right in the nape of it. So that's the premise of the thing. And there's someone else who's really angry at the Titans all the time, but irony of ironies, turns into a Titan, but is kind of a good one. Excuse the fucking Koei Tecmo logo there in the bottom right corner. I realise it's big and obnoxious, but then again, if you're watching my channel, you don't mind big obnoxious things. That was some self-deprecating humour. Basically, I used the PS4 share fucking thing to get this footage because I couldn't be bothered using the capture box, but I forgot the fucking Koei Tecmo / Tecmo Koei, however you want to do it. It seems to change every other day. I forget they do a fucking stupid copyright logo. They did it on Dragon Quest Heroes as well. Well, it wasn't as obnoxious as this big black bar. Look at that. That's distracting me from all of this hot Titan action. So anyway, playing this for a review, hoping to get that up at some point next week on thejimquisition.com. And, sorry, I didn't drink any water before I started recording. I should have done that. Oh. Hold on. There we go. Alright, but be careful. A bit of that went down in a sort of lump of water. So if I breathe in too sharply and then try and talk without thinking about it, I might accidentally do burpees. God, this is a really unprofessional video I'm doing today. That's alright, doesn't really matter. It's all fun, it's all in good laughs and japes, so who gives a shit? Here you can see me struggling to get an aim on them. It's not a hard game, because, you know, the Titans themselves, they're not constantly attacking. You just got to make sure you're not near their hands when they're doing a big telegraphed swipe towards you. But it is difficult to get a bead on things sometimes. The camera, bless it, is doing its best to keep up with what the Attack on Titan universe calls omnidirectional movement. As you can see, like, we are flipping all over the place. There's a big one, trying to, target limbs and, like, get to them. And it's a repetitive kind of combat style, and simple in concept, but complex in terms of just remembering the right order to do things. So what you got to do first is, when you're near a Titan, press R1. I'm playing this on PS4, as I've told you. You press R1, which brings you into combat mode so that you focus on a Titan. You press square to throw an anchor at whatever body part you're targeting. And then you kind of move left, right, up, down, so you're in a good position, so that there's a clear line between where you're anchored and you and the limb. And then you press X to kind of boost forward. And then just when you reach the limb, you hit triangle to slice. And that, most of the time, will cut the limb off. Some Titans are a bit tougher, so you need a couple of passes. The limbs that have little yellow symbols, they're materials. If you slice those limbs off, you get crafting materials so that you can upgrade weapons and stuff. So, yeah. At this point, I still hadn't quite mastered the swinging of the thing. And that wasn't my fault. That was just sometimes the characters have a tendency to get stuck. Like they hit a wall and you've got to kind of... Like I said, it's a messy fucking game. The camera is struggling, it's doing its best. And this is kind of... Because this isn't a Mega Force game, this is their version of a Musou attack, what I did there. When the meter's full, you shoot up a flare and then lots of soldiers turn up and you deal more damage. And basically you can just get through Titans a lot quicker. Also, you play as different characters throughout the story and they have different skills. We're playing as Armin here, Armin's Frozen Peas, and his whole thing is, as you see the characters on the left side of the screen, the little avatars there, that's our squad. You can recruit people throughout the map, you can recruit up to 4 people, and when you hit circle, those people in your squad, if you're Armin, will target the limb you're targeting. So it's basically like, if you're just sick of, like, if you want to get rid of a Titan quick, target its nape, and then just hammer circle 4 times, and then they will just do the job for you. I like playing as Armin. He's a very useful character. But other ones have different, like Mikasa, I think her name is, or Misaka. Fuck, I've forgotten the name. But she's Eren's friend. She can hit, like, slice twice. So when you go near a limb, especially if it's one of those tough ones, it's a lot more useful because you can zoom up and then slash. That's good. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's, yeah, the bits of scenery get in the way a lot. The targeting can be a bit tricky. The whole thing's like, just the combat is a fucking... It's anarchy. I mean, look at the bloody thing. But it's a good giggle. And they really do, they capture the just creepiness of the Titans really, really well. I need to finish the anime, actually. I was introduced to the anime by a friend a couple of years back. I got as far... I don't want to spoil it in case anyone does watch it, but I got as far as the let's see. If you watch it, you'll know what I mean if I say the lady that keeps running. I got as far as the introduction of the lady that keeps running, you know, that whole storyline where she's running a lot and the other people are like, hey, stop running, and she's like, fuck off, I'm not going to stop, I've got to do my cardio. Might be embellishing the story a bit there, but that's about as far as I got, so I got to finish that up. And I was enjoying it. I don't know why I stopped. I was enjoying it. I think it was losing me a bit by that point, because this sort of part of the storyline, being in the city and protecting it from the incoming Titans and everything, was really engaging, and then they kind of got outside of that, and I was still liking it, but it wasn't as gripping, so I kind of fell out of watching it. Don't turn on... Ugh. Creepy fucks. Best thing about Attack on Titan is the design of the Titans themselves, because they are what I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on this channel before, but there's this way I talk about the film Jacob's Ladder, where a lot of the shit that's in Jacob's Ladder is really silly, like goofy. It's a fucking creepy film, very dark film, big inspiration for Silent Hill. But when you look at, like, kind of the monstrous things that happen in the film, a lot of it's silly. Like, you're looking at big wobbly heads with buck teeth and funny googly eyes and shit. And it shouldn't be scary. But that, I have no idea what the fuck was going on there in the game. But it was the fact they were silly and kind of clownish that made them creepy, because they were still malevolent, still threatening. You got to resupply a lot. You got to change out your gas canisters so that you can zoom around the map and change out your blades when they dull. Anyway, back to Jacob's Ladder. Yeah, the fact that they were still malevolent and yet still so clownish and just silly looking. There was just a contradiction there that made them even creepier. And that's what I get from the Titans, because at first glance they're kind of funny, you know, big, naked, weirdly proportioned dudes that just wobble around eating people, but it is the fact that they look so goofy, and yet they are just silently, methodically just stomping towards you, with the only intent of grabbing you, picking you up, and just putting you in their mouth. And it just, it freaks me out, and I love it. It's the thing that immediately grabbed me about Attack on Titan was, the story's interesting and all that, but fascinated by the Titans themselves. Just a big dude with a pot belly, weird arms, weird legs, hair like a normal person on their head, but and silent all the time. Ain't making no noise. That's creepy as well. That's something I always thought they should do in zombie films, because they do zombie films. They always make a moan, like that. I think it'd be way scarier if they were just like completely silent. Just a silent corpse coming towards you. It's another part of what makes Titans spooky to me. Very, very spooky big boys. That's what they are, basically. Naked, spooky big boys. I think that'll probably be the subtitle for this video. Subtitle was originally going to be Armin's Frozen Peas, but I like Naked, Spooky Big Boys. Or was it Spooky Naked Big Boys? Terrible memory. Terrible short-term memory. I can remember things that happened 20 years ago. I can tell you about me holding a plastic fishing rod over a river in Erith. I can't tell you what I said a few seconds ago. That's just me for you. Anyway, still got the game on pause in the other room. I'm just going to pause it to come and do this. Really did wish I'd have... I do wish I'd have used my capture box instead of the PS4 share. Because the best thing, what I like about getting footage from PS4 share is I can make sure I've done a good job and then retroactively hit record and get that gameplay. Because this, despite some missteps, I did alright. I get an S rank at the end, that's good enough for me. So, what can you do? Capture unit, you gotta press it and then just hope you do well. So I struggled getting any decent Deus Ex footage. Aside from the fact that as I said in that video, the audio and the visuals weren't syncing up correctly, which was annoying. It's tearing a lot of bollocks this morning. Oh well, it's alright. It's a cutscene, by the way. There he is, there's Eren, all angry all the time. He hates the Spooky Naked Big Boys, / Naked Spooky Big Boys. Hates them. But he can turn into one himself. He's an angry naked big boy. Look at him, so big, so with elf ears. It's a special thing he gets to have. And yes, you do get to play as him when he's a naked big boy, which we will show in a little clip after this. I capture the first mission where you're playing as naked big angry Eren boy. With all the musculature. Such a muscly boy as well. Oiled for your pleasures. As is the way. But yeah, I am... Oh god, now the fucking dog's going. Just because what the hell is that little arsehole? A little kid up at the fucking door. Probably distributing junk mail outside my goddamn house. Trying to be critical in games. Punched himself in the head. So yeah, I think I'm going to give it a decent review. Based on what I played so far. It is pretty expected of an Omega Force game, you know. Not particularly polished, but still a good giggle. Just a lot of big dumb fun. Which I got no problem with. You know, especially after playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided and being very methodical with that. It's good to unwind with a bit of just, you know, hacking and slashing. And in this case, lots of nude, giant wrestling. Giant, naked wrestling boys. Oh, for fuck's sake, Bartleby. My dog is an arsehole. Oi! I don't know why I say oi at him. He don't listen. Anyway, I've only played one of these so far. I don't know how many actual missions there are where you get to play as the Titan, but fucking fun. Again, like the main gameplay, pretty simple. You know, it's not. I mean, it's by the Dynasty Warriors people, so it's just a lot of punching. Not much more refined than that. There's some dodging. You can grab some guys and toss them, but otherwise, it's just a lot of smashing shit up. A lot of smashing shit up. It's funny because I didn't get the throw attack checked off there because I didn't hit triangle twice. But if you hit triangle to pick them up and you press square, it's the same thing. He does the same thing. So, who knows? Because it is telling, like, he's giving me a little tutorial here, but I was too excited about smashing shit up. You know, I didn't want to just evade stuff. I was punching things, you know? Look at that, look, right, and he's like, picked him up by his face. Choke slam, like the Undertaker. Look at that, like in his face. Awesome. A lot of bums in this game, a lot of arses. Gotta wonder what that's all about. It's like, well, we didn't need nothing. Just Action Man it at the front. They definitely need arses. Defos, mate. That one's got nice long hair, luxurious hair. They make them all look different as well. Whenever they do Titans. In the anime, at least. I've seen some repeated looking ones in the game, of course, because there's only so many character models, but there's good variants. And of course, with the game being as anarchic as it is, you ain't got much time to stop and look at the similarities between the ones. Oh no. No. No, go away from the camera. Oh, they freak me out. I love it. So fucking messed up. We're almost at the end. I don't have much more to say about it. I'm just repeating myself at this point, just, you know, the same it's messy but it's good kind of thing. They love their tutorial things though. Even now, like, I'm a fair ways into it and it's still stopping me every now and then to say, here, do this thing. Because every character you get to play as has at least some little gimmick to them. Nothing major, but like I said, with Armin being able to specifically command people, or Mikasa, I was right the first time, Mikasa being able to... Oh, it's over. Oh, okay, well I guess I'm done talking then. Bye.